Hey guys, I'm Tim and welcome to the Mr. Maple Show. If you like Japanese maples, smash that like button, give us a comment, and as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel and our weekly emails on MrMaple.com. We add 10 new trees every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hey, what's going on everybody? My name's Brian. Today we're out in the garden here at Matt and Tim's mom's place, and we're excited to share some of this content with you. We're going all over the place trying to find every cultivar we can get in front of and share with you guys as a cultivar highlight. And so we've got a great one here today, but the only way you're gonna be able to see this content is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell to be notified every time we come out with a new video. We got videos coming 7 days a week. Monday through Saturday, we do a morning premiere at 9 a.m. And then Sundays, we do an 8 p.m. premiere for our podcast.
And you can find our podcast on YouTube, get involved in the live chat, but you can also find our podcast on your favorite podcast platform. So go find us on your favorite podcast platform, give us a 5-star review, that helps more people see it as well.
One of my favorite things is to get outside and get out in the gardens and find these beautiful specimen trees to show you guys what they're gonna look like. We sell a lot of 1 gallons at Mr. Maple because we're a mail order nursery. So we really enjoy being able to share with you guys what it's going to look like once you receive your 1 gallon plant and you're wondering in your mind, where should I plant this? What's this going to look like when it gets older? And today we've got a beautiful specimen of Acer palmatum Pixie.
Now Pixie is a really nice red upright. This specimen though is, believe it or not, is nearly 20 years old. So this gives you an idea of what a 20-year-old size specimen of Acer palmatum Pixie will look like. I mean, 20 years to be this size, typically a red upright of other varieties is gonna be much, much taller in that same time frame. We're talking 20 years, we're talking 20 feet. This one may be right around 10 to 12 feet.
Yeah, definitely has a unique presence in the garden too. You know, the red uprights are just iconic in landscapes all over. I mean, that's probably one of the most common Japanese maples you're gonna see out there in the landscape is a red upright Japanese maple. And Pixie kind of gives you something a little different, a little unique, a little more compact shape to it. Definitely gives a little bit different texture too with the leaves. I think it's something that's unique enough to have in your collection.
Yeah, and that dwarfer habit makes it so much easier for people to use out in the landscape and garden. Where if you plant an Emperor 1 or a Bloodgood out there, you're gonna be getting a 20-foot tree in the same time frame. Yeah. This one will fit in much smaller spaces. And it's really got a unique habit in the fact that it's just slower and much denser. We're here in March of 2023, and we've had an early spring this spring.
Yeah.
I mean, plants started leafing out super early. So being in mid-March, normally they wouldn't be in leaf this much. But these plants are Pixies just now beginning to leaf here in Maplewood Gardens. And this is a plant that fits in small containers, fits in smaller spaces. A lot of people always say, hey, I want something, but it's gonna have to be underneath the power lines.
Yeah.
I need something to be slower growing. Pixie definitely fits in there.
And adding that splash of red color in your garden is gonna make all the other colors that you have out there enhance even more. I mean, your greens planted around this is definitely gonna make that color pop. And then you get that added bonus of some beautiful scarlet red fall color in the fall. So, you know, it's something that's gonna just light up out there where other things may be going to some oranges and yellows, and so you get a nice contrast in colors with this plant.
Yeah, Acer palmatum Pixie. Pretty cool plant. You know, one of the things I like about this plant is the springtime colors. If you give this plant some sunlight, this plant can really give you some nice pink reds. I know when Matt and I would do garden shows, and that's how we started out, was doing lots of garden shows where we'd travel and load up a trailer full of, you know, 1,000 plants and take them to Nashville, take them to Columbia, South Carolina, show up and try to sell what we brought. Pixie was always a favorite. And it was crazy because we'd be selling Pixie and someone else would be selling, you know, something else. And they'd try claiming theirs were Pixie when they started seeing that everybody was grabbing our Pixie because they looked so good. And Pixie, just that brighter red color that this thing can give you, really can stand out in the landscape and garden. And that dwarfer habit makes it really usable for a lot of different people.
Yeah, and that's one thing to remember too. A lot of the red uprights that are out there can be labeled as certain things, and a lot of them are just seedlings of those reds. So you're not going to get a true accurate representation of those cultivars. So one of the things you can be guaranteed through Mr. Maple is that ours are grafted forms and are true to form of what we have them labeled as. And Pixie is definitely one that you should have in your landscape. Beautiful red upright. I mean, it's like the classic Japanese maple.
Yeah, so we talked about this one being a specimen that's 20 years old. It's about 12 feet. Typically, in 10 years,
Yeah.
we're talking about a 6-foot tree. So that's a 6 to 8 foot tree in 10 years makes this an ideal tree for people to use in their garden. And we always try to get out so you can see what the form looks like and see these plants out in the landscape. Guys, so here are some of our 1 gallon sizes currently of Acer Palmatum Pixie. As you can see right now in March of 2023, when we're shooting this video, these are roughly 14 to 16 inches in height. That's very typical for some of our upright Japanese maples. Being a dwarf, this is a really good size on Acer Palmatum Pixie. Definitely got some good sizes on this plant right now. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video on Acer Palmatum Pixie. A dwarf red Japanese maple you're gonna love.
And definitely stay tuned because everything's leafing out here in the gardens, and we're definitely going to be back over here showcasing some of these amazing size of all these different cultivars that they have planted out here at the Maplewood Knoll Gardens. I absolutely love it over here. I remember the first time I came out here and visited you guys, I got to come and tour the gardens with you, and it just really showed me, I mean, I was a collector, but I hadn't really got a chance to experience a lot of the mature sizes. So it was definitely an eye-opening experience to be able to see all of these specimens out here. And, you know, like I said, we're going to be back out here pretty often showcasing some of these cultivars with you.
So make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We've got more and more content coming for you.
Yeah.
Cultivar specific, how-tos, walkthroughs of greenhouses and gardens. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Half of the people who watch the YouTube channel aren't subscribed. So make sure you're subscribed. And as always, like we talked about earlier, a podcast, we've got an amazing podcast. Make sure you're subscribed to our favorite podcast platform.
So we appreciate you guys watching. So take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.